So here comes a real surprise from the season because I didn't hear anything about it when it was being advertised, mainly because it doesn't have a source material. Akudama Drive. Akudama Drive is a Suicide Squad like anime where they assemble a group of Akudama who are criminals to do a mission for a suspicious and unknown customer. At the beginning of the show, in episode 5, we find out a little bit more about who the client of these 6 Akudama.
So Akudama is just code name for criminal in this world, and there are different tiers. Most of the Akudama that are given the mission are of the S tier because they have done a lot of crimes and they have escalated and earned this notorious reputation. Our main character does not have a name until she is assigned one once she commits a crime. She is now called Swindler. And this anime is a good original anime. I will always support original anime because not many companies give it a shot because they want something that's guaranteed. So whenever we found out it was original and it was this good, both Sandy and I were super excited. I also greatly enjoy movies. So I enjoy that every episode is called a pretty popular movie. And then the theme of that episode follows the movie structure to a degree. And my favorite part has to be this interpretation of what the world is. Because it takes place in a futuristic, what I assume to be dystopian,
very steampunky
Kansai in Japan. And it seems that this world sucks for the people. And the Akudama are superhuman, whether it be genetically or what I believe to be is technology-wise. They have somehow had some sort of technology interaction in which they have become superhuman. And I'm not sure what the biggest theme is going to be yet, but we have this Kansai versus Kanto rivalry, where Kanto is the holy paradise, and Kansai is this dystopian world that people don't want to be in. And one of our Akudama, Hacker, wants to escape to Kanto because he wants a better life. It seems that he at one point had a sister or has a sister. And I assume because the sister died, he wants to go to Kanto to try and see if he can find some happiness over there. So what do you think is the biggest factor carrying the story forth? Like, what keeps you most intrigued? Ah. They're great. I thought Cutthroat originally was just going to be a sucky character, but with the addition of the ED and what he has said, I think the reason he's so messed up is because of all the experiments that they did on him. He must have had so many experiments done because if you see one of the shots of him is so many knives on his back and he's just bunched up. So all these characters I think may be justified because I think this government sucks. I mean, we saw in the first episode the sort of justice that they do. That's not justice. That's barbaric. So I support throwing over the government in this one. Overthrow the government. Go for it.
That was going to be for you. The other thing I think is interesting about Cutthroat is he kind of references art and like beauty a lot.
Yeah.
And it makes me wonder if, someone in his life was perhaps an artist, like his mom or something like that. And maybe she was a part of these experiments and she died during them or something like that. Who else? So Swindler and her little scene in the OP is her surrounded by a bunch of like tombstones.
The crosses?
So, yeah. Or, well, I took them to be tombstones. They could be whatever. But, I think she's probably seen a lot of death in her life, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Who knows who?
All these characters are really nuanced and complex now. Hacker was not until, I guess, the latest episode, and now he also has some nuance to him. But with Swindler, there are quite a few things I want to talk to you about Swindler.
Okay.
Swindler has the same exact eyes as both of the kids that were in the vault.
Yes.
They also share the same eyes as the main executioner lady.
Yes.
Did you see?
I did. I noticed that.
So all four of them share the same eyes. If these trains that go through the decontamination zone eradicate any organic material, there are these two first-class carts. Then obviously, they're not transferring people over. They have to be transferring over androids.
Yes.
And with the newest episode, whenever the shark and bunny were giving their little monologue about the world, the bunny made it very clear that at the Kyushu plant, they can make anything. Says it 3 times, and the third time, it goes all creepy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's alluding that if these kids were made in the factory and they're being delivered to Kanto, they're androids. Which makes me think, what if Swindler herself is also an android? And that's why she's seen so much death, because of all the failed experiments before her. And that's why she has so many seals on her, because she's a top secret project. But the thing is, why are they sending these 2 children to Kanto? Do they just need more androids? Are these 2 special?
Well, they had that awesome food thing. But yeah, no. So I was thinking the same thing you were with Swindler when it comes to, her background and her relationship with the kids and the old lady. So we both picked up on that, which good for us. Pat ourselves on the back.
Yeah, I think they made it pretty obvious, so...
Yeah. Probably.
So what did you think about the latest episode, Doctor and Swindler, their interaction, where Doctor said, "Be wary, I know who you really are."
Okay, so before this even happens, they get into an argument about Doctor trying to interrogate the kids as to what is going on. And Swindler calls Doctor a bully, which I think is crazy that she's defending these kids who strapped a bomb around their neck to do their bidding. I know how you can say Doctor is bullying the kids. I would say the kids started bullying you guys first if they're strapping a bomb around your neck. I saw a bunch of people upset at Doctor's characters in the comments talking about how she's a bully, and meanwhile all I can think about is how, if you had a bomb strapped around your neck and these people were forcing you to do something and you didn't know why and you didn't know what the ultimate goal was, wouldn't you have questions for them?
But here's the thing, those little kids were so scared, their hands were wavering with fear.
Well, that sucks. The minute you strap a bomb around my neck, you're not a kid anymore.
What I found hilarious, and I'm pretty sure you did too, is that Brawler is an anti-bullier, my boy.
So this goes into, kind of what I think Brawler's backstory is I think as a child he was bullied, and that's why he got so ripped and big and became really good at fighting.
I agree.
Because he wanted to be able to defend himself.
But I don't think it was against him, actually. I think the reason he was anti-bullier is because his mother or father or family figure must have been bullied by some gangs or something. And Brawler hates himself because he was not able to defend them, because obviously he was a youngin'.
Oh, that is better there.
But now
I
that,
like that.
Yeah, but now that he's older and stronger, that's why he was so mad at himself whenever he was scared of Master.
Oh, okay. I like it.
Yeah.
I can mess with this.
And then, of course, after the lunchbox is introduced and Swindler's turn is up, she makes her takoyaki appear. Brawler is hungry, so he goes to grab it, and he's trying to force it out of her hands. And then the boy says, the weaker one is, the more they try to take by force. And then all of a sudden, Brawler becomes super patient. That was hilarious.
That is funny. I like Brawler a lot.
I love Brawler.
Brawler is actually our Chad of the week this week.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, with a quote that's like...
Don't be a bully.
Let me see. What's the quote? It's... Wait, no. I'm thinking of a different quote from Brawler, which is even better. So he's fighting the Executioner, and the Executioner knocks him down and starts walking away. Brawler goes, "Turn your back on Brawler. That's a sin." Which is such a great quote.
And what's even greater is because we have all this religious imagery going on with Kansai and Kanto being the holy region and the train. It was just, it was such a great joke. It works on so many levels.
It was very good. Yeah, it was awesome. And then after that, throws people into Doctor.
Yep.
And Doctor gets up and says, you dread-headed gorilla, I'm going to dissect you. Not I'm going to kill you, not I'm going to hurt you, I'm going to dissect you.
And what's funny is she keeps calling him a gorilla. And in the latest episode, Brawler says to Hoodlum, "A gorilla? Is that good?" And Hoodlum's like, "Yeah, gorillas are strong." He's like, "Oh, yeah, gorilla."
That is great. I love their interactions together.
That's so great because he believes him. He believes Hoodlum 100%. So those interactions
They're so wholesome.
If you have not watched Akudama Drive, please watch it. It is great. 5 episodes in, we are not let down. It's original, yes. So it could end crap. But what we have seen so far, you have to watch it. It's good.
It's really good.
It really is good.
Really a fan.
So let's go with the theory real quick, if you will please me in this
Yes,
matter.
of course.
There has to be a mole in this group, somebody that's feeding information to the government in some way or shape or form. Do you have a theory as to who it could be?
Okay, so I think a lot of people's theory is going to be Hacker because he left the group.
Really?
Yes.
People were saying it was Courier,
Courier. Well, look,
but I guess
I'm just saying.
I guess
I
with the
could
latest
see-
episode, yeah.
So I could see Hacker because he left the group, but I don't think it's going to be him. I see people thinking it's Swindler, but I think that's too obvious.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be Swindler. I could see it being like Hoodlum because he's so a comic relief character.
There's no way
I
it can
could
be
see
him.
them- Why?
He was trapped in level D. It was pure coincidence. Well, I guess if we say pure coincidence, it could have been a manufactured coincidence. I don't know. The
Yep.
odds seem stacked against him.
It does, and that's my prediction. That will be wrong.
I hate that you could be so right though.
Who do you think it is?
Courier is the obvious one in my opinion. Well, whenever he hit people on the shoulder with the gun, he didn't kill her.
Yeah.
You know how he doesn't kill anybody unless the job requires to, and he's very lawful. I think it, and I don't think Swindler is a spy. I think she just is from the government because she was obviously, I think, an android made in the same factory. But I don't think but I don't know. Her name is Swindler. She tricked the whole system.
Yep.
She could. So let me ask you this: do you think Swindler is a actual good person that got wrapped up in this craziness, or she's just the best Akudama ever, and it's just the best Swindler in the history?
So I think, based on how the story is progressing so far, I think she is a good person that got wrapped up into this. You can slowly see her like becoming more comfortable with the group as the story has progressed, where she started out very uncomfortable that she was in a situation. And I think she's going to get a little more and more corrupt by them as the series goes on.
Yeah, I'm 50-50. I really thought at first that she was innocent, and then I thought she was a swindler, and now I think she's innocent again. But then again, at the very end of the episode, I thought she was a swindler once again. It's a good story, guys. Good characters. Beautiful animation.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me either way if she was, a spy or just innocent or the best Akudama ever. But as of right now, I would say probably innocent.
We'll have to watch and see.
Let me, just throw something out there. When Swindler was first in like the little holding cell place where she got her name, Swindler, there was a wanted poster type thing, and it had 6 or 7 Akudama. It had Hacker, Brawler, Courier, Doctor. And then there's another one that we haven't met yet. Did you notice this? Sniper was listed on that poster with them.
Oh, yeah, Sniper. I remember the name, but then I quickly forgot about it because they weren't involved.
Yeah, we haven't seen. Do you think we're going to get an appearance from Sniper? It seems odd that they would just throw that person out there as a character in the first episode and then just drop it.
What if Sniper has been with the group the whole time, but just from like a long distance? I have no idea, honestly.
And was that last caller that either the or Swindler got? Do you think that was meant for Sniper to begin with?
Well, I mean, maybe the cat did say like, "Yo, you two were not supposed to be here to Swindler and Hoodlum."
Right.
And maybe Sniper was just. I guess they didn't have to accept the job. I mean, they don't have to. The bank account, the money went to their account, so that's why people were like, "Oh, I already got the money. I guess I have no choice but to go." Plus, the cat also played to their ego. So they're like, of course I want to go.
Right.
I rate Akudama Drive a 9.
I really like Akudama Drive. As of right now, I'm going to have to give it an 8 with the expectation that it grows to a 9. Like you said, original anime endings can be a little wonky. I don't want the ending to have to drop it too far. But with the right ending, with some good plot twists, this easily goes up from an 8 eventually. But I don't want to get my expectations too high.
My expectations are high. And if it's going the course is going, I have no idea how it's going to end. But if it ends well, I don't see why this could not be a 10, in my opinion.
High expectations is what hurts your feeling.
I swear to God, it's not just my hobby, but it is. I'm a hot little Punjabi.